an accomplishment only done by 7 Lady Boilers, scoring 1,000 plus points in a Boilermaker uniform. She's had a ball in her hands since she was 5 and hasn't stopped working at her game. This is 30 for 30. Kayla Hyde, the journey to 1,000.
So when you started your first game as a freshman, did it ever come to mind that maybe you would score 1,000 points as a Boilermaker?
Definitely not. My goal was to get better as a player each year, and I think I've done that so far, but when I first started, it was definitely not in my mind.
Now, your dad used to be the head coach for girls here back in the day. You distinctively remember anything that he would say to you while you were at his practices as a little girl?
I definitely remember telling me that I needed to develop a left hand. It's something that I worked really hard on, and I kind of forgot about my right hand for a while, and to this day, I still struggle with right-handed layups, and my left-hand layups are absolutely perfect.
Going into senior year, did you have any idea that you were even close to this mark? Only 7 girls have done it throughout the history of Boilermaker athletics and girls basketball. Did you didn't even come into thought that you'd be this close to being top 3 possibly in the all-time list?
The summer after my junior year, my dad and Coach Anderson totaled up the points, and they found out that I was 214 points short of 1,000, and so we were pretty sure that I was going to get that. Did I think I would get 1,100? No, I did not.
The opportunity comes against Saturday against Pontiac. You got family there. You have, aunts, uncles, your sisters are there. And then to know your dad's 3 feet down from the team bench waiting for that moment to happen, what processed through your mind to know that family's there for you and has been a part of you through the whole journey of this 1,000 points?
It's really special to have your family there. My aunt and uncle actually surprised me. I was on the floor stretching, and I looked up in the stands and I saw them, and I had no idea that they were coming. So that really meant a lot to me. Having my dad sit down on the bench, I can't even say how much my dad's helped me. He's like my best friend for basketball. He's always there. He always knows what to say to me to help me improve or just stay focused on the court.
A future Hall of Famer and one of the greats in Lady Boiler basketball history. Passionate, competitive, and deserving are just a few words to describe the 4-year varsity athlete.
Prior to beating this record, the nickname Hank Aaron is given to you sometimes by your family. What kind of meaning does that have into your own record as itself?
Well, I had never scored 20 points in a game before, and Hank Aaron had never hit 50 home runs. And so for me to be able to not score 20 points in a game and achieve this record was pretty amazing.
You're an all-conference player as a junior. Coaches in the area as well as the conference see you as one of the greatest players in Bradley Bourbonnais. When their game plan is not to let Kayla Hyde score, what does that say about this accomplishment and the fact that you're respected that much throughout the area and in the conference as a player?
I think it says a lot. I take that as a huge compliment. When coaches, double team me, or when I get the ball and they're like, shooter, or something like that, that's definitely a huge compliment to me. But my job when that happens is to find open teammates and let them score, and hopefully we can win the game that way.
You've played with a lot of girls through your freshman to senior year now. What aspect of the whole team has helped you from the journey from the first time you stepped on the court as a freshman to soon be the last time you step on the court as a senior?
I've definitely grown a lot. I've had a lot of strong leaders come up through the program ahead of me. I definitely remember my freshman year, first practice I went to. Christy Garrett was the first girl to ever talk to me, and that meant a lot to me as a freshman. And for seniors to talk to freshmen and to help them get through the program like that, that was so helpful to me. And I think I've grown a lot since then.
Now that you finally reached this mark, all there's left to do is now, who do you have to thank?
I would first off like to thank God. I would also like to thank my family, especially my dad. I would like to thank Coach Cole, Coach Lenning, Coach Anderson, and Coach Peterson. And I would also like to thank my teammates and Jason.
Rocky Mountain.